Hey, what's going on, Pisces? This is Brandon over I'm Wow Intuitive here doing your weekly energetic reading for the dates of July 23rd through the 30th. I hope you guys are coming off a fantastic weekend. I hope those weekend vibe videos did some good for you if you were able to catch them. And if you don't know, I do those on the weekends as well for you guys. But we're going to go ahead and get into the reading. Like I like to tell all my signs, none of this is like pass or fail. None of it's set like, you know, if you do this or don't do it, you're going to doom and gloom it up. No, it's just a little bit of guidance from the universe at large, from your ancestors, to try to help maximize and get the most out of this week. It can be challenging no matter what, so just be prepared for anything. That's what, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, Pisces. So let's make sure that we're applying that in our 3D reality. So let's go ahead and get into it. What do we have for the beautiful Piscean for July 23rd through the 30th? Please make it clear, please make it eloquent, make it beautiful, make it inspirational, motivational, any kind of ational you want. But let's make it good for, let's make it, whoa, flipping and flop. So for my beautiful Pisces, let's make sure the nest is well taken care of this week, okay? Let's make sure that the family is held close. Let's make sure that we're doing the right things by our family. That can extend out to anybody. So, I mean, soul tribe is not just your blood. It's not just your kin, your immediate relatives and all that. Your soul tribe is your family, and that extends out to any of your loved ones, be them related, blood related or not. That even extends out to people that you haven't met yet, that you're gravitating towards you by doing this kind of work, by doing this energy work, by trying to heal yourself from inside and as well as the outside. So let's make sure that we're extending ourselves out to as many people as we can to keep ourselves grounded, okay? Let's make sure that we're maintaining balance in our family environment as well as trying to do it for ourselves, because once you have yourself in balance, you don't want to be the one good chain in the link, all right? You don't want to be the one solid, clean, silvery chain or surrounded by a bunch of rust. Okay, so let's make sure that we're not only tending to ourselves, but also to the nest as well, okay? All right, and also we're gonna start working on our throat chakra as well. We're gonna work on communicating, Pisces. I know it's hard to communicate right now, especially with all the retrogrades with excuse my Mercury retrograde. That's messing with a lot of communication out there. But there's a lot of retrogrades. We just came out of a nice little eclipse season, and plus there's all kinds of events out there in the unseen universe that affect us as well, and our swirling energies around as well. But let's make sure that we're communicating honestly, clearly, and beautifully. You don't want to get caught up into something that brings you down into a low vibrational state. Like I said, that's going to take you out of your path. That's going to make you have to repeatedly find your ways to get grounded again and start to appreciate what you have again. The only thing to not appreciate is when you're dead and you had so much more living to do. While you're still alive, you have something to be thankful for. You always have something to be thankful for. So let's make sure that we're communicating with our family. And that, like I said, that extends out to your entire soul tribe, not just the people around you immediately that you're related to, but also to anybody else who you might care about, Pisces. Let's make sure that we're communicating openly and honestly and lovingly as well. There's nothing like like speaking love language to get things done, because everybody speaks love language, whether they know it or not. They might not use it in their active daily lives, but everybody knows what it feels like to be spoken to like somebody who is respected, or that you have respect for. Okay? So let's make sure that we're extending that communication that you guys are known for. And Pisces are fun. Like, you guys like to have fun communication. You don't like to get bogged down by things that, you know, make people all sad and crap. Whenever you have dialogue with somebody, most of the time Pisces wants to have a good, positive, constructive conversation. So let's be that natural Pisces and let's communicate like that. And that'll bring it into your own life. That'll make others want to communicate with you the same. And if they don't, you get them away from you. Like, tell them where to shove it and how quickly to spin around. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do, is isolate things in your life that bring you down, because that's not the direction that you're trying to go in, Pisces. You want to go all the way up. So let's make sure that we're manifesting that by bringing those things into our lives as well as projecting it out. Like I said, you project it out over the horizon and it comes right back around to you. That's manifesting, okay? Also, beautiful Pisces, let's make sure that we're being present. All right, let's make sure we're not dwelling on past things. Let's make sure that we're not worried about the future, because as long as you are listening, this is a crown energy card. Your crown is just above your mind. It's above the third eye. The third eye is powerful, but your crown is your divine guidance, your divine wisdom. It's what's going to connect you and make sure that your future is all right and taken care of. You can't do anything to alter the past, but you can secure your future by doing the things that are right by your family, your whole soul tribe, not just, like I said, sometimes family is worse than anybody, Sometimes family can be your worst enemies. So let's make sure that we're supporting those in our lives that try to surround us with that love energy, try to feed us and give us a surplus of that heart chakra energy, okay? Let's make sure that we're opening ourselves to the divine, because it is in existence. No matter what you subscribe yourself to, unless you believe in nothing, unless you believe everything is nothing and we're all nothing, then that's I guess that's something to believe in, but that's not a very healthy belief. But whether you subscribe yourself to science or to any religion out there, they all have a through line of us all being created from one source. So let's make sure that we're aware of that and accepting that and opening up our crown to receive that ultimate guidance, that universal guidance, okay? And here we go, still with the throat chakra. Let's make sure that we're communicating. Let's make sure that we're having conversations about things that we're curious about, not just existing in a state of confusion because we're afraid to open our mouth and afraid to speak what we're curious about. Nobody wants to look like an idiot, it seems, but you don't learn anything by acting like you know everything. So let's be a constant student so that we can become the constant teacher as well. It's a state of duality. You must be prepared to learn anything at any time, but if you have the wisdom, you must be prepared to pay it forward or be willing to pay it forward. Everybody's prepared to do a lot of stuff, but they're not willing to do it sometimes. So let's make sure that we're willing to communicate, that we're willing to ask, we're willing to give, okay? Also, for my beautiful Piscean, let's make sure that we're rediscovering that inner child. Let's make sure that we're not getting bogged down by trying to adult so much and trying to be, this weird fake you that everybody else told you should be because that's what people do. No, when you were a kid, the world seemed so much simpler, didn't it? And it was more simple, and it still is that same simple. It's just that everybody's bogged down by what you've been taught while you were growing up in your adult life. That's not important. This is important because I say it's important. No, that's not important. Sure, maybe it is. Like, I'm not discrediting anything out there going on in your lives. But what I'm saying is that no matter what's going on in your life, if you don't find something to enjoy, if you don't find something that lights up that solar energy, this is a solar plexus card, that's why it's yellow. But if you don't find something that ignites that flare inside you, that zeal for life, that passion for life, that excitement about the world around you and the mysteries that are held within, then you're doing yourself a major discredit. You're not enjoying yourself to the fullest. You're not presenting your best self out there to the world or to yourself even. When you hide that inner child and feel like you have to be this or somebody's going to think you're that, you're disservicing yourself. You're taking something away from yourself. You're taking away a vital component of who you are. So let's make sure that we're trying to find ways to rediscover that. Let's be silly. Let's be silly. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy things, even if things are a little bit tough. Find something that you enjoy that brings about that inner child. Okay? Not hard to find. One just has to be willing to listen to that divine wisdom, that small voice coming down through the crown. It's usually the quietest voice in your head. It's usually the calmest one, and it really says things to the point like, maybe you shouldn't do that, or maybe we should try this, or that looks interesting, maybe we should do that. And then your loud voice is like, nah, I can't do that. We never. I'm not gonna be good at that. No. Don't listen to that voice. That voice is stupid as hell. And it's probably the cause of a lot of things that might be grieving you right now, Pisces. So let's get rid of that energy or turn it down and turn up that inner child, turn up that loving, like that just excited voice. Oh my God, the clouds look beautiful. That cloud looks like a bear. Let's find that. Let's find that inner child, that inner peace that you had when you were a kid. And let's be mindful of what we have. Be thankful for what you have, because there's always somebody out there with something with way less, and they're probably happier than you just because they're alive. They have to find those moments, and they find them. So as there are people who do that, who are in a worse place than you, Pisces, you have to do it yourself. You have to take stock of the things you have. If you feel like you're not getting what you want, the universe will give you everything you need and a little bit of what you want. You can't always get everything that you want. But if you're thankful for what you do have, like I said, that extends that thanks over the horizon, and it comes back around to you. And you'll be given more. You'll have a surplus of things that you can call yours because they want to be yours. So let's make sure that we're not taking anything for granted. We're not neglecting the blessings that we do have in our lives, okay? And that can be as simple as walking out, taking a deep breath, and being thankful for that deep breath. Being thankful for being able to exhale that breath and to continue to try and to continue to exist and to continue to build. Don't get bogged down. Don't get fooled by the liar, the big loudest voice in your head that's been lying to you and telling you to be miserable. Also, for my beautiful, beautiful Pisces, heart chakra energy is going to save you from this odd energy that you're in right now, and I can feel it. A lot of you Pisces are going through it, as have a lot of signs out there. And what's going to help bring that around and clear that out is opening up your heart chakra. And what you have to be willing to do is be forgiving. People can make mistakes and recover from them. That's what making a mistake is all about, is learning from that mistake so that you make sure it never happens again. But if somebody's never willing to forgive you for that, it's hard to forgive yourself or for that person to forgive themselves for whatever went on. And now you both are going in this downward spiral, flushing yourselves down the toilet. So let's make sure that we're avoiding that by, one, being able to forgive others. Doesn't mean you have to call somebody and grovel and say, I apologize. No, sometimes it's just about saying it quietly to yourself, like, I forgive them. And then maybe giving them a call and just having a normal conversation. It doesn't mean you have to act like nothing happened. What it signifies is that you don't care what happened. You want to continue to build. You don't want to destroy yourselves by not being able to forgive others or forgive yourself. Sometimes people think it's all their fault. It's all my fault. I did this, I did that. No, it's a mistake. It's a bump in a road that goes back into smooth territory if you allow it. So let's make sure that we're forgiving ourselves for anything that we might have done, but being willing to forgive others for what they have done, because we're all learning. We're all going through the same desert. We're all trying to reach that oasis that we're all trying to smooth it back out. So allow this, and you'll allow that by opening that heart wide open, allowing the sun to shine and make a rainbow off of those ice crystals in the clouds, off of those raindrops in the clouds. Okay? Allow it. Allow your heart to continue to love, and love big. Well, that's all I have for you for now, Pisces. I know that was a little bit intense, but that's how it felt. And I hope everything that we talked about is able to help you get through this troubled time if it's a little bit shadow. Sometimes we have to do the shadow work in order to bring out that sunshine from within, that glow from within. So keep working on that. And once your solar plexus ignites, you don't need anybody else to shine because you glow yourself. So let's continue to walk down the path of the higher self. Walk down the path of motivation and inspiration, and don't get bogged down by any of the bull crap going on, because it's just a temporary inconvenience and the wonderment that's going to be coming into your life very soon. But I hope this has helped out. I love you guys. I hope you have a safe, wonderful week. Hope a productive week if you're out there working. If you're just enjoying the summer, I hope you continue to enjoy it. I'll be up with you guys with the weekend vibes more closer to the weekend, so stay tuned. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves. I love you guys immensely. Namaste and peace.